All right, so if you look at Irish music, Irish musicians, you'll see that most of them are kind of multi instrumentalists. A lot of them play flute and whistle and uilleann pipes. I play whistle and flute, um, and I've done some ukulele and guitar and dabbled in piano. So I have a wide ranging interest in instruments and how they play. And so I finally purchased a clarinet. So I've never played a clarinet before. And it's ironic because one of the things I really like about whistle is the low maintenance and the simplicity of it. Six open holes, not a lot of, you don't have no moving parts, no anything. And the clarinet is kind of the opposite of that. It really strikes me. It looks a lot like an Irish flute, um, or the wooden flute construction. It's I don't know if this is Blackwood or Grenadilla, uh, but this is a 1942, I believe, Con 444N, and it's stamped with USA, which indicates that it may have been used overseas during World War II. So I've always liked big band since before I developed an interest in Irish music and low whistles and stuff. I used to listen to Your Hit Parade 1943 was one of my favorite CDs of all time. So Artie Shaw and Benny Goodman and some other the clarinet was a big part of big band swing music. And so I've been interested in being able to play along with some of those things, and this is daunting. The number of keys on this, like, you still see from a you have the six open holes, so it's almost like a low whistle, but it's so much more. There's so many more keys, and I think that the range is extended. It seems like a clarinet goes way below what a low whistle does, like the low D. I'm not really sure how it achieves that because it's short. I guess the sound production is just different, but it has ultimately kind of what I did was I started and I thought, well, if I could choose any instrument, because in sixth grade I played trombone for a little bit, and I thought, well, if I could do it all over again, is there like what instrument would I choose? And I always thought maybe a saxophone because I like the tone on them. But the clarinet has always had a really it's got a very smooth, resonant, silky tone that I really like, and it's a reed instrument, so I think it's kind of like almost like a wooden saxophone. And of course, this is a wooden instrument, and therefore I'm a little paranoid about developing cracks, and maintenance. And I don't even know. With the Irish flute, they always say like, oh, you take the keys off, or you just cover the pads, and I can't even begin to figure out. I guess I could just put some plastic wrap underneath the keys like I normally do, like slip them under and then oil the bore. But apparently there's some debate about whether that's needed. I think it is though. Anyway, but yeah, this thing is 80 plus years old, and I've never played clarinet before, so I am super excited to make it an attempt. So I did go with a synthetic reed because it seems to me that the debate between classic reeds and synthetic reeds is more like people are just used to it, and there's probably a bit of an effect, like a mental placebo effect where people feel like, oh yeah, the reed is the heart of the instrument or something. Artie Shaw, one of the greatest, if not the greatest clarinetist of all time, used a synthetic reed. So I feel like for my purposes, there's no reason for me to worry um, about the you know, sound, how much slightly better I might sound if I was using an actual reed, and it seems like they break and they're really finicky and you got to wet them down. So I thought I'm just going to try the synthetic one right off the bat. So it's a 2.5 hardness. This guy, whatever this brand is, European cut. I don't even know what that means. So this is a totally new experience for me. I've never played a reed instrument before, and I'm going to try it. And I think, funny thing, I was watching some YouTube videos on this, and I would have put the mouthpiece on backwards. I may still have put the mouthpiece on, or I may have put the ligature on backwards. I don't know if it's on this one. I didn't look. But I would have put the ligature part, you know, facing up. And apparently it goes down. So they said first step is to try to make a sound with the mouthpiece. So I'm going to do that right now. Let's see how this goes. Let's see. I think I'm supposed to. Beautiful. That's not what I was expecting. It's so squeaky. Okay. I'm gonna be a star. All right, let's try it again. I need to look up some how-to videos on this, but so I can hear a little bit that there's some flexibility in this, and you can clamp down a little bit, and you can adjust some sound. I've heard it's just a hard instrument to play. But I'm gonna put it on. I've made a sound clearly, and I'm gonna put it on the instrument, and we'll see what sounds happen then. So, I hate all the keys on this thing. And this is just like a rubber mouthpiece, hard rubber mouthpiece that they gave me. They said it should go. Apparently, clarinets are, if I can get this to go on here, they said clarinets are I wonder if maybe I should have put this on before I put the ligature on to it. Maybe I'll have to undo that. Like, it's so hard to put this on. I may have to loosen it up. I did put some cork grease on here. Maybe I should put a little bit more cork grease on. But they did say that apparently there's some of these older clarinets are wide bore instruments, and I like wide bore whistles, and so I thought maybe I'll prefer that. But for the big band swing sound, I feel like that's probably ultimately what I'm going for. I don't think my skill level is going to be anything near where I'm like maxing out the capabilities of my clarinet, you know, saying, oh, I feel like I'm being limited. I feel like that's all going to be like a skill issue and years down the road. Man, this is hard to get on. But they said the guy that sold it to me, pretty reputable dealer online, found it off eBay. He said that he tried to choose. I'm definitely gonna assemble, put the mouthpiece on. You know what? I'm gonna do that right now because I don't want to mess my ligature up. This was like $34, and I wanted to have it assembled because I felt like it was gonna be easier. So I'll take this off. Apparently, people pay like $200 or $300 just for ligatures. There we go. So I can actually put down on it. And people pay ridiculous amounts for mouthpieces, and I think I don't really want to get into that level of, you know, expense in my world. So it looks like this for people who have not played it. There's like a hole inside, and then I can slide the ligature back on and leave a little, kind of slide it up a bit, and then I can Slide this guy back down. Supposed to center it and leave just a sliver. Supposed to be right on the end. Maybe just a sliver of mouthpiece showing. And then I'll slide my ligature back down. Oh, I feel stay centered. Stay centered. Slide that back down. And then tighten it up. I've seen people snap their reed. I don't know if the synthetic ones snap. If they're trying to, I don't know how closely they imitate real reeds, but hopefully that is firm enough. Got a finger tight, and we'll try it. There's a thumb rest on the back. A lot of this stuff makes me see, like, a lot of people come from their band instruments or flutes or something, and they come and they want a thumb rest for their low whistle. So it's a little bit different, but it's significantly heavier than, there's a lot of metal on this thing. So, all right. So I guess I'm gonna put my thumb on the back, cover the thumb hole. And then I'm gonna cover the 6 open holes firmly, and I'll make sound. Let's see. And they said the embouchure, when they were talking about the embouchure, they were talking about like tightening your lips, and it sounded a lot like very similar to flute. And so embouchure is a big deal with clarinet, and I don't know if it's gonna help me very much. Hey, noisy dog. Let's try it. Maybe let me try all the open holes. Hey, there we go. Maybe I'm not, they were saying your teeth were supposed to be on here. And I'm not putting my teeth, I'm playing it more like a whistle, so maybe I need to get my teeth involved a little bit more. That is horrifying. All right. Well, that's enough for you. I just sort of wanted to get an idea of the bass line. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect from that, but I heard it's a hard instrument, so I'm gonna have to mess around with this, and I'm gonna watch some tutorial YouTube videos, and maybe see what I can do. I might even have to get some lessons, but definitely I need to look at what the fingerings do, because fingers, as far as I can tell, it's not like a low whistle. Like, you don't just go here and play your major scale. There's some other stuff involved. It behaves differently, so I'll have to figure out exactly how it behaves differently. And we'll go from there. Hey, that was good. Nope, that's not good. All right, well, let's see. Maybe I'll do an update later.